Yo, what is going on, Guardians, and welcome back to another Destiny 2 gameplay video. Hey, in this video, I'm going to be showcasing what might be one of the worst loadouts I've ever used in Destiny 2, especially in Year 2 Destiny 2. So here it is. In the kinetic slot, we've got the Orimund's Anvil. It is a 400 RPM auto rifle from the Iron Banner in Year 1. It's got accurized rounds and under pressure. That's about it. 400 RPM auto rifles are bad right now. I don't know if you didn't know that. You can look at the weapon stats yourselves. But yeah, they're bad right now, save for like 2. Then you've got the Defiant. And you're like, the what? Yeah, it's, you know, the Defiant. It's got threat detector and accurized rounds. It's a 150 RPM hand cannon. I'm also using the Heart of Inmost Light on Bottom Tree. Code of the Sunbreaker. Bottom Tree. It's the Sunspot. It's the Sunspot tree for Sunbreaker. It's like, nobody uses this thing. Nobody uses this because in comparison to Top Tree and Burning Maul, it's hot garbage. So here we are. I was like, let's just put on a bunch of stuff that sucks, and let's see what happens. So here we go. Heart of Inmost Light. You can see every now and then it comes in handy. So get that Soul Invictus, get the sort of explosion and the fire spreading. That worked to give me a nice little triple kill there, which was kind of neato mosquito. So there's that. This let me talk about these weapons a little bit. This is the Defiant. Look at this 3-tap though. Look at it. Look at that. Just tap, tap, tap. 150 RPM max rate of fire. Tap, tap, tippity tap. And the guy's dead. Jumping hunter with a shotgun. We put him on the ground because, you know, that's what you're supposed to do to jumping hunters with shotguns. You put them on the ground, guys. Okay, so this hand cannon, the Defiance, 150 RPM, and it is a steaming pile of garbage. It was a steaming pile of garbage when it first came out in Year 1 with the faction wars. I don't know if you remember this, faction rallies, right? And you could get this weapon, and it was like you can't hit the broadside of barn with this thing. This gun is so terrible in terms of visual recoil. It's like the barrel of the gun comes up to slap you between the eyes every time you pull the trigger on a friggin' 150 RPM hand cannon. So it's like, you know, that sucks. That's a bad feeling. You would expect that with something that hits really hard, right? Some real beefy hand cannon like a 110, but a 150, well, that kind of sucks. So you I mean, you really have to pace yourself, really have to pace your shots with the Defiant if you're gonna land them. It's terrible. And I know that in some of these clips it looks good. Trust me, it's not. If it was good, people would use it, but you never see. Seriously, tell me in all honesty, when was the last time you saw a Defiant in the Crucible? Probably never. If you're being realistic, most people have never even seen this gun in the Crucible. And don't lie to me and be like, my friend uses this and slays. No, he doesn't. Shut up. You're lying. And the super's not terrible. Here's the about to shut this super down, throw this hammer, and wham. And that's pretty good. The super's not terrible, but certainly you're really missing out on those explosions that you get with Top Tree every time you throw. So right now, I mean, I died because he's using a mountaintop, but I'm just like trying to utilize these sunspots, trying to stand in the sunspots and get that weapon, get the health boost and get the you know, the faster regeneration on my abilities when you stand in a sunspot, which, I mean, in theory, it sounds kind of cool, I guess. The Orimund's Anvil, 400 RPM AR. It's an AR. I don't know what you want me to say about it, other than it's an AR with, you know, only one perk on it. You know, most stuff in Year 2 at this point has 2 perks that roll on it. You know, you can stack perks. You know, I don't know. What do you people like even on there? I don't use ARs enough to even know. What do you want on this? Like, you probably want stuff like Zen Moment. Yeah, accurized rounds is pretty good. It does have under pressure, which is, I suppose, not terrible. But most people probably want something like a Rampage on an AR, something like that. Zen Moment would be top tier, I would imagine. What do you like in your ARs? I don't know, but this one, in comparison to, like, I like to use Service Regime. This is a steaming pile of crap in comparison, but it does, the one thing I will say about it, its saving grace, is that it's got some decent range to it, I guess. It's not terrible range. So, anyways, well, let me know in the comment section, genuinely curious, what would be your, like, if you had to go, if someone said, I want you to equip the worst that you've got. And I'm not talking about whites and blues and green weapons. I know you'd be like, Traveler's Chosen. No, but realistically, legendaries and exotics included, what would be your worst loadout that you would, you know, someone said, quit the worst you got, and you would say, this is what it is. And I would challenge you, just try it. Just try it. It may really suck. And I'm gonna be honest with you, I got into a couple lobbies where this loadout did me no favors. Sometimes the people you're playing against don't want to have fun, or they don't want to let you have fun. They're like, you may be a good player, and that's fine, but I'm going to use the best stuff in the game, and it's really going to take a giant deuce on your loadout, and I have no shame about that, and there's nothing wrong with that, but it's the insufficiencies of these weapons are really highlighted in lobbies where everyone's running Mountaintop, Recluse, and Not Forgottens and Dust Rocks, and yeah, it's rough. But sometimes I enjoy that challenge, right? Sometimes I enjoy going into a game and saying, you know what, I don't care what the other team is using, I'm gonna stay committed to this. I'm really gonna challenge myself to be really focused on like my positioning, my flanking, how I'm engaging with people, whether I'm peek shotting or staying committed to gunfights, whatever it may be. It really challenges me to use my noggin, and I kind of like that. And then when I do end up with 40 plus kills in a game, which I did several times with this loadout, it feels even better. Because I'll be honest, I mean, some of you guys probably don't feel this way, but I feel this way. When I get to the end of a match and I'm using all meta stuff, it could say 60 kills, it could be 70 kills. It just does not feel as good. It doesn't. It really doesn't. So play really well with stuff that I really should be playing really well with doesn't feel rewarding to me. But to challenge myself, I know that's not how everyone plays video games, and I don't expect everyone to play the same way I do or to enjoy the same challenges that I do. But for me, this is a lot of fun. This is a lot of fun for me. It can be infuriating at times, but it is a lot of fun. So I hope you enjoyed seeing me challenge myself with this loadout. And I hope that you will embrace the challenge yourself. Let me know what's your loadout going to be if you try this out. What's your worst loadout? And keep in mind, sometimes the worst you've got may just be because you've never used it before. So if you only play Hunter, be like, you know what, I'm going to challenge myself to play on some random Titan skill tree or Warlock skill tree. Use something you haven't used before. Here you go. Here's me seeing that I'm in a 1v4. The guy's bum rushing me. And I'm like, nope. I'm gonna pull a 180. I'm gonna nope on out of there. And I will say the one-hit kill sticking grenades were they were a little bit of fun to play with again. Infuriating in D1, hilarious in D2. So, anyways, hope you enjoyed the gameplay, guys, and hope you enjoy the rest of it. Thanks for watching the video. Thanks for supporting the channel. Y'all are the cat's pajamas, and I do love you. Let's hear it for the Defiant and Orimund's Anvil in chat, comments, and hope to catch you on the flip-flop. Bye-bye.
Fire team that fights together stays together. Two for one. 1 minute left. Oh, look what you have. Double down. Next time I feel like rolling. Double down. another. Two for one. Double down. A well-fought victory. Birds, total annihilation come to mind.